Be driving my car because today's alternate side parking. And anybody who knows about alternate side parking means that you got to move your car so the street sweepers can sweep the streets. So I'm gonna take you on a nice little jolly ride with me. So here we go. We're gonna go on a ride. This is my car. I've had the car warming up, and so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and talk with you as I'm driving this car. Let's ride, shall we? First and foremost, I want to say thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here. It's been a crazy week. Sure has. Right now, what happens is that all inside parking, what it means is that you have to actually move your car so the street sweepers can come and sweep the streets. You want to see what that looks like? Let me see. I'm going to come to a pause in a second. Let me show you. It means when everybody in the neighborhood has to move their car, right, off the street like this, and so the street sweepers can come along and actually clean it. You see right there? So you have it where that is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the opportunity to not just do this. I'm going to go for a nice little drive and in the process talk to you. Let's see, before, back in the days when I was doing roadie and stuff, I'm going to show you who I brought with me. I brought Blizzard. The Blizzard's like, hey, because he doesn't get to go out too much. It's always Argus or Tiger or something like that. But for the most part, here is him. I'm going to switch it back to me really quick. So here is me. And I'm going to see if I can just position this so that it doesn't rotate, Right, like that. So you can have it like this, okay? All right, cool. Now you can see me, and I can be here, and you can... Oh, garbage truck. So today's garbage truck day, right? Thursdays in New York City, in my neighborhood, is garbage truck day. What they do is that they actually come along and they pick up the garbage for us. Some people in different municipalities, they have it where the garbage, they pick it up. You have to go deliver your garbage, depends on where you are. But for us, where I am, I have to go, we put our garbage out, and we have to separate it by recycles, and by recycles, garbage, and now they're trying to push it for the composting, I always wondered about the whole composting thing. That's kind of interesting for me. The reason being is because, composting, if you don't do it right, it's wrong kind of thing, So, for example, you go ahead and you are, you're kind of like in a situation where you're just, you don't do it right. Like I'm saying, so composting can't have meat in it. Composting can't have different things in it. It has to be like straight, like, scraps, So what ends up happening is that I guess I go. No, he went. I just go. Okay, sorry. So So what ends up happening is that we have to separate our garbage. But for the most part, though, that's what happens. We have to do that. And if you don't do it right, they leave the garbage there, and you have to leave it for another week or so. And when you do that, you have to fix it again. So anyway, long story short, what ends up happening is that if you don't do it right, you have to kind of wait with your garbage again. So, if you want to, so anyway, so what happens is this: hey, everybody, I want to say hi. I'm just I know I say so a lot because so a needle pulling thread. That was a cool show, cool movie. For the most part, though, today I'm going to be working on something. I actually, when I land after I get rid of this stuff, because what happens, yesterday, my wife and I, what happened was that we had our stuff. We took the kids out for a nice trip because yesterday was like pretty much an intense day, and so we went to play pool yesterday. So the family and I went to play pool, and it was really cool because when you do that, it's like we and another family went together to do that, and I was just like let me just go ahead and totally have a good time, and we did. And so therefore what happened was we forgot to take the bag of clothes. We have a bag of clothes here in the car, right? And so what we do is that I'm going to take that to a drop-off site right now. I'm not in a little bit as I get there because it's pretty far away where the drop-off site is. So I'm going to drive down there, taking the opportunity in the morning to go and to do this. And it was a pretty good night yesterday. We watched Hunger Games Part 2. The whole family we did, and I just was falling asleep. My whole sleep schedule is all messed up because I work early mornings. And so doing that, it's one of those things where it's just like you're just not sure what when your body wants to go to sleep. Because not only do I do the early morning shift, I work in my W-2 job. I also do my art stuff, so I do all the art things and designing the gremlins and things, that's just crazy. Let's see. I don't understand you guys. You guys are weird. So anyway, for the most part, though, it's like of all the things, it's just people gotta come and say stuff like that. But for the most part, though, here it is. I'm gonna go do this thing, gonna drop some clothes because we had a situation where it's like don't waste don't waste things you're going to do. Just kind of take an opportunity to get many things done. So right now I'm almost driving down Queens. I'm driving to Queens to one of these places. I'm going to drop off this big old bag for people who can get some clothes at the drop-off center. And the process, I'm going to go just do that, go back home. But I thought, let me just take the opportunity to talk with you guys and see how you guys are doing. So, yeah, so big things are happening in the country, huh? Big things are happening. And next week is Veterans Day. Veterans Day is coming up, and that's where we support celebrate the veterans who are alive. Whereas Memorial Day celebrates those veterans who passed away. We are, it's like, this is okay, there's the street sweeper right there, right? You can't really see it. You won't see it because the way it is, I can't really, move the camera. If you see it, you see right there? That's the street sweeper. Those of you who haven't been to New York, this is a big burly machine-looking thing, and what it is that it sweeps the streets for you. It's supposed to do what the people are doing, right? Where you're going to, where you're supposed to go to, let's see. Where you're supposed to go to, let's see. Where you're supposed to go to like you're supposed to sweep your own garbage, right? And so as you're doing that, you're supposed to actually, sweep your garbage. And so this is like by a school here, and so I can't really show you pretty much, but anyway, so I try to show you. But let me just go reposition this thing here so it doesn't move. See, it's on a swinging thing right here. So it's like, okay, green light, go. Oh, great. Yeah, see, that's what happens. It's kind of like looking at my hands, so okay, when I get to the next red light, I'll fix the location of it. Yeah, so this is like pretty much this is the area where I grew up. I pretty much here in Queens. I still kind of live not too far from where I grew up, and all the places I went to school, like junior high school. I went to college at State, and so when I went there, it was I loved it. I went to Bible school for 2 years, and then I went to university for 2 more years after that. I took a break in between, so it'd be like 5 years of school. Let's see. There's every so often I think about the car accident I had. We had the car accident when the tires blew out, and just understanding the whole logistics of everything, how it happened, and how by the grace of God, just how, just years and years of traveling and driver safety and being a yellow cab taxi driver. Just, I thank God for that. Every so often too, I'm getting like all these like really nice like flashbacks of things, of like good memories. Like when I would take my kids with me and we go DoorDash, like when my wife and I would just spend time just driving and going places, talking about life and things, these are some good memories I've had, and every so often when I'm sitting there working my W-2 job at the airport, I'm just like, I start thinking about them and how much I love my wife and my children, and I think about like how the stories we've been through and all the different stories and scenarios. Okay, red light, there goes here. Oh, okay. Actually pushes forward, and then so what happens is like my let me put it in here. I just buckle him up too, right? We gotta buckle him up. No point you not being buckled up right there, Blizzard. But he's Blizzard, right? He's I don't know what number order he is, but he was in the later series, and all of them he's a gremlin because he has the 4 fingers, whereas the gremlins are 3 fingers. I've been making a cool gremlin lately, so you can see him still. Put him here. Yep. That's how the madness starts. Okay. Oh goodness. Yep, there you have it. Oh goodness. Alright, cool. Alright, cool, there you have it. Okay, so that's my buddy right there. For the most part though, I was thinking about all this stuff that's happening like in my life, like regarding my wife and children, and just about the good things. Many times you just have people talking and coming here talking about bad stuff and about struggles, but I really enjoy just, I thank God, and I'm very grateful for my wife and kids. I thank God for my dad also, and I thank God for my sisters, and I thank God for just all the stuff we grew up with. Like I have 3 sisters, and I thank God for them. I didn't talk to them more. It's been just some time. Just been busy with stuff, of late. But it's just like, I thank God for them. I thank God for and especially like for my kids, my wife and kids, They're like, we've been through so many things together, and so incidentally what ends up happening is that we have so many stories to tell. Like during the pandemic we traveled everywhere. When they're saying like you can't go places, we were out traveling. When they said you had to be home curfew, we were just out all night. We were just doing everything we could, just to see what would happen, And then for the most part, though, we never got sick. None of us got quote unquote COVID. None of us got sick from that. What we ended up doing was we we just spend time doing stuff together, you know. So here goes. Here's where the clothes drop off is going to be. So let me go ahead and just get you there. It's pretty far to drop off clothes, right? It's not like around the corner. It's really far away. So anyway, let me stop here for a second. Let's get this. So yeah, so then, oh, okay, all right. Well, I mean, I don't know where you won't go, but hey. And so then, for the most part, though, I only did. Oh, I guess I can turn it in there. I don't know. People are weird, man. He could have just driven on, trying to make a U-turn or something. I don't know what people are doing. Yeah. So anyway, so we're coming to the drop side for the clothes. Let's just see how we do this. All right. So the best thing you can do if you have something that you don't want or you don't need, what you can do is you can actually drop it off somewhere and drop it off where people can use it. And so there's a couple places that we have that are actually drop locations. So I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you where we go. So whoever this person is who keeps asking about this stupid thing, you know, I have no idea what this whole Diddy party thing is about. I really don't. So I don't know why you keep asking me stupid questions about it because you want to be like a ridiculous person. So could you stop? I mean, I can't really see it anyway because I'm driving, but I don't know anything about stupid P. Diddy and his stupid cabal and his wickedness. I don't know anything about that. Okay, here's the clothes drop off right here. All right, so here it is. I'm gonna drop this off right here. So I don't know. You guys are weird. I'm about to, like, you know, just hi. How are you doing? Okay, so I'm gonna drop this off. So. Let's do this. So, here we go. Aha. I guess I found some cool outfits. I don't mind. Other people will see this later, you know? Okay, so, alright, cool. So then, this is me running my errands. I'm gonna like go park and eat my breakfast. So I want to find a nice little spot to park this car and make some art, baby. Let's go do that. Alright, let's do this. So I'm gonna spin around here. Oh goodness, don't come around here no more. Okay, so because this right here, I'm gonna go here, park, get up the property. Gonna get up the property. And we're gonna go get some place nice to sit down and eat and do some art. Let's see, what's the best way to go? I'm gonna go facing that way. Facing into the morning sunlight, baby. Let's go do this. Alright. Nice spot. What's this? Thursday, no parking. Today's Thursday, 8, 9 o'clock to 11. To 9 to 9:30 to 11. I'm gonna park right here. Gives me half an hour just to talk about stuff and to see how things are going. Thanks for the likes. Guys want to see me make anything cool today? I can do that. I'm just gonna park right here until about 9:30. Turn off this car and contemplate the deep things of life. Alright, let's do this. So this is early morning, 9 o'clock in New York City. This is New York. It's not where I live. This is far from where I live. Let's go ahead and do this, shall we? Go ahead and pause this thing. Park a little bit better. A little bit better, and yes, let's go ahead and turn this car off. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and position this so you guys can see me, talk, and we can make an art together. Art together, all together. Raise the banners high. These and beggars join together. Never will return. So we have. So here am I. Talking to my little creatures. You know, they don't talk back, you know, because if they ever talked back, I would have to go to a special place. Because no one would believe me, you know, that they talk. And that's the thing about these creatures. They don't talk. If they did talk, it'd be bad for all of us. Because they'd be sentient at that point, you know? You don't want sentient beings here just talking with you and telling you stuff. So here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Blizzard. And Blizzard, he's a gremlin. He's not a gremlin. He looks like a gremlin, but he's actually a gremlin. Gremlins have 4 fingers. Remember this, right? Gremlins. My name's. You know how it was? Because I used to call them Greg's Gremlins. And somebody, one of my friends, said to me, you know what? You should call them. Not even say like that, but he just like call it Greglins. And after that, I was like, you know what? That's pretty cool. This is kind of cool. The whole Greglin thing. Let me show you the one I've been having for like my videos lately. This one here is a gizmo, right? And this is a gizmo. And what happened was, initially, there was a person that asked me to make a gizmo for them, right? Like, I was going to a festival, and they asked me to make one. And so I had a gizmo already made. And then so I was in the process of making this one here. And what ended up happening was that I was like, you know, let me start making another one. So then I got down to the part with the eyes, and then my wife and kids were like, hey, Dad, we want to trick-or-treat. Here, and they give me these eyeballs here. So these eyeballs have been, like, really, really fun for me. I know, it's just been really fun for me. Just the whole idea. So you can see how big he is compared to his gremlin counterpart, right? So this is not the same. This is, you know, hey. Anyway, so what happens is, like, I've been just having a ball with his eyes, his bloodshot eyes. So I've been just kind of going doing these things with eyeball. So when the election thing was happening, right? And pretty much I had this thing where I was just like, I made a little video. I'll probably show the video again if it doesn't load. It has a thing where it's like, for the most part though, you have it where I haven't, like, I sat there and I watched the whole thing. I worked a whole 8-hour shift. Then after I worked the whole 8-hour shift, I came home, we went to vote, and after that we came home and I still had to, I watched the whole election thing. And the election thing was crazy, right? It went from like just a whole lot of whole lot of time just sitting there watching it, and it went for like several hours till the morning time. So I'm just like, you know what? It's just one of those things where you're just like, oh my goodness, oh my word. So this is like ping pong balls with eyes on it, and that's all you need, bro. That's all you need, my friends, because it's like you have that and you put this together, and it's just like, that's how I was feeling at the end of the night after just the whole election thing. More like this, like that, like see, the sunlight is bouncing off it just so perfectly, but you know, just to where you can't see anything. But Alright, so what I'm going to do, right, I've been working on some projects. I have a couple projects I've been working on. So for the most part, though, I'm going to see if I could just kind of position this so you can see better. See, this is a new tripod I got. This was a customer, when I was at the my job, he had this super tripod, right? And he was like, you know what, I can't take this on the plane with me. So he was like, all right, can you just do something with this? He's going to throw it in the garbage. And I'm like, no, you can't throw that in the garbage. You can't throw that in the garbage. If you throw it in the garbage, and what happens is, like, you have you have it where it's like, it's garbage stuff. So I mean, like, okay, you know what? If I save this thing, it can actually, so he showed me what was wrong with it. He showed me that it was a part that was wrong with it, and I was like, let me just put him here as like eye candy for you guys. You gotta be like just kind of watching him, just make his eyes all crooked and stuff. Yeah, he's had a bad night. So anyway, yeah, he had a bad night. So I am going to eat some food. I'm going to just sit and talk with you. I'm just so happy to see here. So I brought my cereal, and I don't know about the whole thing about eating food while people are watching you, so I don't care, okay? So I'm just gonna eat. For the most part, though, please write me something in the chat so I can talk to you about it, because I have some art things I'm gonna do. But this is my breakfast. I brought some cereal in here, and I said, let me go do this real quick and just eat some food. Thank you, God, for this. Show you some of the works I've had so far. I've had a couple things I've been working on. I had well, deli. This is deli. And this is my monitor lizard. This is a monitor lizard. And so I had him. My wife and family and I went to play pool. So I bring my stuff around with me everywhere I go. And so when we do that, I bring out my tape. I'm making some tape art. So for the most part, though, what I wanted to do today was I wanted to kind of take out some of my tape art, because I have with me here. I had Pearl. This is Pearl, right? And this is Deli. So Pearl and Deli. When they were doing the food delivery stuff, I always have them in their backpacks to get that bread. And this one, she's a roadie warrior. So these are these. Right? So you have them looking at you. So you have all these creatures looking at you. Isn't that weird? So, so yeah. So you have that. And so what I wanted to do. So I'm in the process of making some people, right? So when I make people, I always start off with a basic frame like this. It's like a basic frame of masking tape. It's all masking tape. So I make people, and I work on their head, and I just kind of flesh out their body, right? Just like a person I'm working on. And I'm gonna put you over here because I'm gonna keep working on you. And yes, I work on ladies in terms of making them for art projects. I have a couple art projects that are in the works, right? So I have one. It's gonna be my first puppet. This one's gonna be a puppet when I get done. So I'm actually gonna have a puppet, and I haven't finished it up yet because it's like, when you're using different sometimes when I make stuff like these, I do them really quickly, right? So I have it in my head. What ends up happening is that as I do this, it's like, when you have to change something in your mind, it's a whole different procedure. It's kind of like, your computer does boot up really easy, but whenever you're trying to change and make a different situation, it requires a lot more energy to do that. So because you have to switch paths. There's like a lady, and so pretty much a lady. I'm working on this one here too as well. Gonna fill her and fix her up. And that's it one there. Then I got my paints and my tape. So I brought with me my pastel markers, right? The pastel markers. I get these from Five Below. Five Below is really good. I get a lot of my art, and I do a lot of my stuff with Five Below. When I go to paint these guys, I use them more intense paints. But usually my Five Below stuff is great. So here it is, like this one. This is my Five Below one I use a lot. And I've been making a lot of different art forms and art things. And so I've been doing that because I just enjoy it, and I'm glad to have my pen. This is the pen that I usually use. I found this pen, and this pen is so cool. Whenever I pick it up, it flows so nicely, and it just works so well. I found it at the airport, and it's just been a really cool pen for me. So there's this and there's that. And then here you have some things I've been working on. I drew a couple pictures when I was at the airport. So there's a couple airplanes and stuff I drew. I was sitting at the airport watching the planes taxi and stuff as they're parking and taxiing. Yeah, so I did that. And so now, what I intend to do today is, besides work on my checklist and just talk to you guys for a little bit, I hope to just kind of maybe listen to some news and to do some art. So here's some things with people, some faces and stuff too. Like that, their faces. And so it says, the Lord shall fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. That's like Exodus 14:14. The Lord shall fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. So there you have it. I know many people are kind of like disappointed as to what happened with the election. I'm not. So for the most part, though, I'm really actually kind of happy. But that's me. So for the most part, though, I just wanted to say that. But as for I'm just glad that we have an opportunity to have a couple more years where I can actually make some money. And I'm just really excited about that because making money is really good. Making money is really good. This car is great, actually. I like this car. At first I didn't like it because it was different from the other one. And so now I'm getting into the habit of just really enjoying this car. And so what I'm going to do, right? Let's see. Let me know in the chat if I should work on the guy, if I should work on the puppet, if I should work on the lady, right? Let me know if I should work on the lady, the puppet, the guy, right? Because I have a couple of sculptures that are going to be dealt with a couple of days. Because I got another commission for a gremlin. So somebody asked me to make a Greta gremlin. So one of like him, but a Greta gremlin. If you've seen Gremlins 2, there's a big one from in the movie. It ends with she's like one of the last gremlins who didn't die, you know, and when they got shocked in Gremlins 2. So what ended up happening was that she's actually. So I'm gonna be making a gremlin. So let me know if since you're watching in the chat which one I should make, because what happens I can keep working on this guy, you know, because like I thought maybe I'd make a Wolverine or something or Spider-Man. And I was just gonna work on this person because, like, you know, I do people portraits too. So the people ask me to make their faces and all that stuff. So that's that one. This one is a person portrait. This one's a commission piece that I am working on. It's gonna become a puppet later. And then this one here is I was gonna work on Rogue, and it's also like pretty much a couple of people who have pretty much and it's kind of like a side project that I'm gonna work on. But for the most part, though, it's like. Oh no, actually no, this is actually part of the project I was working on. I did a body paint, and what happened was like somebody asked me, they requested me if I can make one for them with their paint. So I did that before, and I've done a couple of those. So it's really kind of cool and interesting to be able to do this. So just let me know in the chat which one should I work on, because if not, I'm just gonna probably start working on finishing, working on the puppet. There's a puppet, there's a guy, there's a lady. All right, so all right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, well, we're gonna start working on this guy. Alright, so I might go ahead and just kind of show you guys how I do some of this art. This is masking tape, durable, flexible masking tape. This is contractor grade. This is the only ones I use. I don't use masking tape from the 99-cent store. The reason is because when you do that, right, what ends up happening, you get like a uneven wear and tear, and not only that, you also get like your uncertainty. You're not sure exactly what you're going to get. But I always buy it from the same 3M company, so 3M. You know, even though I know I'd love to get a sponsorship from them, but this is not a sponsored video from 3M. You know, other than the fact that I have stock with 3M and kind of funded myself whenever I make an art piece. But nevertheless, that's kind of the thing there too as well. So here we have that. I'm gonna finish up this person. So what we're gonna do? This person here was I met this person at a mural. Right. What happened was that I was invited. Let me see if I can just send the camera a little bit more. All right, there's that. So you have So what happens that this person here I met at a mural, right? Because a friend of mine, his name is Bocia Art, right? Bocchia Bocia Art. He was doing like a mural type thing, right? And he invited me to come out to it. So I brought my art with me, and I was able to make a couple of sales, which is great because if you make one sale, then it's good. If you make no sales, then it's really sad because you did this whole trip and you didn't make any sales. So I made one sale. I sold one of my creatures, and it was like normally I get it, I may sold it for for not too expensive, which is great because you have to have different ranges. Because see, when you make art, right? If you have one art piece that's like $1,000, there is a chance that somebody will buy that $1,000 piece art. But what usually happens is that you should end up going home with that $1,000 piece art. So you kind of get all dressed up and you get all all gussied up and pretty, and you go out to. When you go to a situation where it's like, you are, you want to at least make some sales, you have to lower your prices significantly. You got to think in terms of like, you're not cheapening your art, but the different levels of stuff that you can do. So you're not just, not just like, you're not just making a piece that only one person can buy. You have to be able to make many pieces that many people can buy. So what people end up doing, they end up doing the whole sticker thing with stickers. They end up doing that, and what they do is like stickers or they do shirts and stuff, which is really cool if you think about it. The best thing that you can actually do is probably make a shirt, because then you have that people wear your art, and that's like advertising too. So that's something I got to do. I got to go work on getting some more shirts and stuff, because right now I don't have that many shirts for my business. I have my flat earth shirt. I got my my One Life. Well, no, I have my Dino Canada shirt, right, that I made. And I have it on the channel. But for the most part, though, this is where it's like you have this where you're kind of like making a shirt that has your name on it and a QR code, so that way people can actually find you better. And that's what I think you should do, honestly. So for the most part, though, I just think that's what you have to do when you do art stuff. So if you're gonna go do art and be in a gallery and stuff, there's all these commercials with the storefront stuff that I've been watching, and I think about that. I think maybe I should go and join the storefronts thing, And I see the different commercials because you got to get your art out there, because if nobody sees your stuff, then you're just like, you have like water or diamonds in the desert kind of thing. You have something valuable that nobody can get to. So yeah, so for the most part though, this is how we do it. This is how I make my stuff. I'm just kind of sitting there and see right there making this little people right here. So what I'm doing is like, if you haven't seen it or I've seen it before, this is, I made a gizmo. I'm working on a gizmo, and I put ping pong balls in his eyes. It kind of, my kids gave that to me. They're like, Dad, use that. And so I was like, all right. So there it goes. So he hasn't been finished yet, but he's just kind of like being worked on. So you have that. And this is him. I was like, yeah, there's like that. Yep, all out of masking tape, except for his eyeballs, right? So all out of that. So yeah, this is how it is. Yep. I'll put him right back there next to Blizzard. This gremlin right here, is Blizzard. And Blizzard is, he was made with a couple other ones. So, because what happens is this, right? The longer I keep a gremlin with me, the harder it is for me to get rid of them. Because what happens is they start to grow me. Because I made them, they're like my birthday cake I made, right? So if you want a gremlin, I will make you a fresh one. Let me know in the chat. But for the most part, though, we do a lot of commission work. So yeah, so the other day I was on TikTok, because I have myself on TikTok too. And TikTok too, haha. I said what ended up happening was that I got a request to make the Greta, to actually make a 2-foot Greta gremlin. So that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be some. I'm gonna start working on it soon, but I have to get these other things out of the way. See, the thing is this, right? These structures for me are. It's like they're not voodoo dolls. Okay, number one, they're not voodoo dolls. They're not people. I don't bless them with in the curse, or that you pull off a limb. But I do feel something every time I make one of these. Every time I make any of these creatures, they're part of my heart, part of my soul. So I just, it's like you make a person, and just like as you're making it. So the thing is, like, as you're doing that, it's wonderful, because you're kind of sitting there working on stuff, and you're just like, it comes out of your heart. And then as you're thinking of something, so you're kind of pouring that in there with a good thought. Because I tell people this, I don't make angry art. My art's happy. I make happy art, because why make angry art? Why remind yourself of a bad thing? I mean, maybe it's maybe as a good piece, you remember how you overcame this situation, how you rose above it, and that in of itself is great too. So for the most part though, that's something there. So it's like, it's a matter of, you're gonna make something that's gonna enter the world that was never there before. Make something fun, make something fun, make something that's gonna make people go, wow, that's so cool, Like I always like when I walk around with Deli, I have Deli with me, and I like the fact that when he does this thing, I can actually have his tongue come out, so his tongue will be like that. He's like, I like that. I just think it's so cool, like a tongue hanging out of his giant salamander. I don't even know what they would do, because they're bones, right? Go to Museum of Natural History, and you have this thing, and you go there and you see their bones, and you got to remake them. So this is like an extinct salamander called the hammerhead salamander diplocalus, right? But some people say they're not even part of the hammerhead amphibian family. There's some kind of other creature. I don't care. It's a hammerhead salamander to me. That's what I think about, and that's kind of the scenario there when I have this, right? So this is mine. I take him with me, and I make videos. I just kind of have him walking, have them walking as I'm walking down the stairs, or have them walking as I'm walking. And it's pretty cool, and I like it. So, for the most part, though, when I do art, it's just to make people feel happy, and mostly me. But for the most part, though, other people get happy too. They're like, "Oh, can you make my dog and my cat?" So I do that. I can make their dog, because they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eating the dogs, eating the cats. So what happens? You have to make them. So I do that. So yeah, that was one thing I make. Not eat the dogs or cats. I actually make dogs and cats, and that's wow. Okay, so yeah, I've never eaten a dog except a hot dog. I've never eaten a cat except for so yeah. No, never eaten a cat. That's Chinese food. But anyway, for the most part, though, that's kind of how it is, That's Yep. So anyway, so I can change the subject there. So you have, for the most part, though, you have my situation where it's going like this. So yeah, for the most part, you have that there. So yeah, so I'm making this hand here and making this person, and then they're gonna be like, you have this hand, and it's like that. Then gonna make the other hand on the other side. So you have this fingers here, and then you have this hand here, so on 3 fingers. So I'm gonna magically David Copperfield. I watched that David Copperfield, so I like him. I would love to meet David Copperfield in real life. Just that'd be great. I know probably those who have connections. Let me meet David Copperfield. I'd like to do some magic with him. That'd be great. I'm not great at the magic that I could do, but I guess I can make people out of tape. That's some kind of magic, right? But that's kind of magic. But that's pretty interesting. But yeah, I'd like to meet him. I went. Let me tell you some of my cool stories. I used to be part of an insurance company, right? I think I'm still connected to it because I guess you never stop being connected to it. Every so often I get like messages from them, and what happens is that we went to the great state of Nevada, right? We went to the Vegas. Fix this up here. I mean, the whole time my thing was crooked. Nobody told me. Oh, it's for the most part. That's right there. That's good. Fix it up and pat this down a little bit so I look like not like a wild man. Okay, so here's this, right? So for the most part, though, what happened was I went to Las Vegas. How many people here have been to Las Vegas? Well, Las Vegas is interesting. I personally didn't like Las Vegas. I thought Las Vegas was it was too hot, right? But when I went there, we went to MGM Grand, and MGM Grand had David Copperfield. Now he wasn't there at the time because what happened was like he was away or on tour or something. But nevertheless, what ended up happening was that I didn't get a chance to see him. But I saw a lot of his memorabilia, and that was so cool. Why? Why he's so cool? Because I remember growing up and the good memories. See, there's good memories in a lot. Everything I do has a good memory to it. Okay, I don't do stuff for bad memory's sake. You know, things that I do, like if I do my art stuff, I go to the city and do the floats and things like that, and I work with Andy Golden. It was like when I saw him for the first time, I was so shocked about the work he was doing. But then after that, it kind of started to grow on me how awesome it is that you're actually able to do art in the city, and it takes a bit of bravery, and that's remarkable. That's something there that I was really inspired by, and it was his bravery to be able to paint humans in the streets of New York, and so we have that. So they got the hands now. I'm gonna fill this one out because this one is I need to get this one done. I really do. And then also I got to give it like more meat, more mass, and more design. So there's a lot of work that has to be done with this one. So I'm just gonna kind of start hunkering down. But like I was saying before, the David Copperfield, I remember watching it on TV. My mom and my sisters and I would sit there and watch all the David Copperfield, like the Orient Express, the train one. They made the train, which train can disappear, and you had to pick it. It's like, well, you're home and I'm here, I'm gonna go. And they did a process of elimination. I watched that over and over, and I realized the pattern, how they do it. I say a number, whatever number you pick, and I'm over here and I know which one you're gonna pick. So it was really cool. The one with the make the Statue of Liberty disappear, and the one over the Niagara Falls, that was cool. The Bermuda Triangle one was fun. I liked that one. He went into the Bermuda Triangle, and he came out with the boat, and the boat caught on fire, and he made it all dramatic and stuff. I thought that was cool. The other one, I didn't see the Great Wall of China when we walked the Great Wall of China, but he made the Statue of Liberty disappear. That was cool, and they brought it back. That was cool. Then you had the other one where it was like what was it? You see the building, escape the building one before it blew up, and he had like to Mozart, and he had that, and he played it, and then the building blows up, and then he's able to get out, and I thought that was so cool. That was telling you that. Shout out to David Copperfield, and the magic of David Copperfield, it's not sponsored video or anything like that, but I would love to meet him in real life. He's a really cool person. I'd like to sit down and have a conversation with him, and we do some magic. I mean, my magic is not great. I do a couple illusions here and there. When I was a street preacher, I would do like a lot more of a street preacher. I would do some magic tricks to gather the crowd, and that was cool. But also we did some artwork, so we had to be able to sit there and talk, right? And to do some art, and to be able to. So it was kind of like I was already doing the thing that I'm doing now. But I did it like in a ministry context, because like I had some people called open air campaigners and open air evangelism, where we'd do art in the street, right? And we'd be in Times Square and we'd be painting pictures, so we weren't like just shouting about hell, and even though hell is should be shouted about because hell is a very scary place, we were not just sitting there doing that. What we were actually doing was that we were actually just drawing pictures and treating people. What time is it, by the way? What time is it? I have to move this car. Let me see what time I'm gonna move this car. Let me check real quick. It's 9:24. Okay, cool. I'm in the car. I might have to move a little bit though. Eat my cereal before it turns into to oatmeal. But for the most part, though, what happened was that we would sit there, and I loved open air evangelism. I really did. It was we weren't able to continue because we weren't able to raise enough support for it. But what happened was when I was making doing open air evangelism, what ended up happening was that we would go out there and meet so many people. It was so cool. It was such a cool ministry. What I did was this, right? What I was part of, we would have to get up there and we'd draw a picture on a board, in a canvas board, right, in Times Square. And as we did that, what happened was that people would gather and they would see us. They would see what we're doing. They would listen to us, And as they were listening to us, we would be able to tell them about Jesus, And it was so cool because most art, we think about that, art is actually designed for God's glory, for His glory. And then people, they forget that. So we are made for God's glory. We are God's artwork, us humans. So when we're making art, it's like we're kind of like we're closest to the creator as we are. You know, when we're making something and contributing. So when people make cars or they make vehicles or clothing or buses or whatever, it's like that's them contributing to society a skill that God gave them so to make the world a better place. You know. So sometimes that's what I'm saying. Like, what if you make something that's abstract? It's kind of like, well, it might be a mood you might be feeling. You know, I'm not going to complain about your abstract creation because, you know, hey, that's what you're going to do. But for the most part, though, it's something that, you know, you want to contribute to society, something, a good feeling, or even a form and function that could make things better, you know? So I'm just like, man, this is so cool. I'm just enjoying this right here. So this is one of the things I just really enjoy making. So let's see. Now I'm going to fill this one up more. Right, I'm going to go ahead and just give it more mass, right? So, give it more mass. So, to do that, to give something more mass and masking tape, what you have to do, you have to kind of, I don't want to tell you all my trade secrets, but, you know, I'll just kind of show you a couple things. Right, for this one here, and this being a lady, I have to do the whole lady stuff, right? And add lady details to this one. So, because, I mean, I'm doing this from memory, but this is an actual person that I'm actually working on right now. The reason why I'm doing it here, because I was saying, okay, you know, I've been just kind of really busy with all these other things I've been working. I have work that I submitted to an art museum today, so I'm going to go into the Flushing Town Hall tonight. I'll be there tonight to display my art. I might even do a body paint before I go there because I had to be somewhere today at 2 o'clock because we're taking my son to the doctor, our son's to the doctor, and just to have him checked out for some stuff. But for the most part, though, at 6 o'clock tonight, I have to be at the Queens. The Flushing Town Hall, and so there I have my art going to be there. But in the meantime, what happens is that this is a piece that I need to get done because I have things in queue. So, for example, if I don't finish this one, I will finish another project before I finish this one, and it's not fair to the person who's waiting for this one, right? And so this one here, I have a couple of deals with people, a couple of business deals that certain pieces that that are made and created are turned into art that people can use for other things later. So, I mean, not to give you too much details and not to waste too much time talking about stuff, I just wanted to just make sure that you guys understood that this is like, you know, every time I twist tape is for, you know, it's for a reason. And I just, sometimes, I have a lot of things that I've made at home, and each one represents time, you know, time and details and space and just working. I kid you not, I love this. Oh, Gizmo fell down. There it goes. Yep, we have Gizmo right there. Yep. So what happened to him? Well, his story, Gizmo's story was that again, I was in the process of making a piece of art, right? And somebody asked me to make a Gizmo for them, and I ended up just having to start fresh with a new one. And I wasn't able to finish in time, so I was able to start making this one. And I already had a Gizmo that I had, so I said, let me just go ahead and take the opportunity to make a Gizmo that's brand new and fresh. So this is the first time I made one like him, and so he's pretty intense. I mean, I can go a little more and make him into like Daffy from the Gremlins, but you know, I just don't know. Maybe I'll make my own style. Because, like, you know, personally, as much as people like Gizmo, I don't like Gizmo so much. I think he's a catalyst for everything. I think if it wasn't a Gizmo, there would be no Gremlins. So that's kind of the things, you know. But he's trying to get rid of his own kids. I don't like that. So I'm gonna go move the car a little bit because it's like the way it is. This is gonna be. I'm gonna drive a little bit, so let's go take you for a nice drive. Let's go for a drive, shall we? All right, so we have this. Let's see, put the water here so you don't move. So I can wedge you a little bit there. That way you just kind of, yep. Okay, good. You got me a Chrysler. It's as big as the wind, and it's about to set sail. Woo! So yeah, I listen to that song a lot. It's a love shack. It's a little place we can get together. So, love shack, baby. Go for a ride. Everybody's moving.
Kamala Harris says the election.
Everybody's grooving, baby. Funky little shack. Funky little shack. So here's like, they have like 9:30. They're gonna do some street sweeping, right? So I thought, let me go ahead and go park somewhere else. Change up the venue a little bit. And put it on him so you guys can see him. Because nobody wants to see me, so. Alright, so this. I don't want to see that. People enjoy seeing me. I enjoy seeing me. I think I'm cool. Everybody's moving. Everybody's grooving, baby. Oh, goodness. That was scary. Funky little shack. Funky little shack. Let's see if I have this here. 64. I'm gonna go over 62nd. Yeah, go that way. 62nd Street. I'll go by 7-Eleven. Coffee or something. Alright, take it right next to well, so you see, this is how it is, right? This car, after we got the car accident, we got this car here. And this car, we went through a world of trouble for it. Oh my word. If I would tell you the story, you would just cry how long the story was. But for the most part, this is low wash. Do not if it's that one. I mean, the wash is high, and 9 a.m. to 12:30 Monday. I could park here, actually. Just go sit in the 7-Eleven parking lot. Just go do that. So, a lot of people there. Spot right there. That's pretty fun. I might just go there and do that. Let's go right there and park a little bit. So, and take a break when no one's watching. Eat some food. You know, I got to meet a lady from the B-52s. I might tell you the story already, but it was like I was driving taxi, and what happened? I get into the habit of talking to the people I drive with. Like, I'll go straight. And what ended up happening was I was talking about, you know, we just got talking. Hi, my name is Greg, and pretty much I live here in New York City, And so as I live here in New York, I have this story. I started talking. I'm a driver, and yeah, but I would do that. So, well, how's your story? And started talking about her story and stuff. And it was really cool because, you know, as you're talking, you get to meet people. So I was talking, and she said, you know, I said, have you ever gotten a chance to travel anywhere? She's like, yeah, I travel a lot. I was like, where have you been to? I said, I told her I've been to Aruba, and I've been to Ecuador, and things like that. Yeah. And I was from another country, so I'm from another country. So, right? And then so what happens? This is one thing about this door. It doesn't look quite. So I'm gonna turn this car off right now. So anyway, so what happens? Like, I was talking to a lady, and so she was she said she's been this place, she's been to this and this and this and this and this. She was countries all over. I was like, how in the world? What do you do? She's like, I'm part of a band. It's like, really? What band are you? You ever heard of the B-52s? I was like, Tin Roof Rossi. She's like, no, that's the other one. Like, oh snap! And I insulted the person. I insulted her. I said, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insult you. But it was like, yeah. So she was the one, the redhead. I met the redhead lady, and I don't know her name, but we became friends on I can't remember her name right at this moment, but you know who she is. You know, there's only 3 people in the band, and well, there's more people in the band actually, but those are the 3 singers in the band, and you know, so that's really cool. So I got a chance to meet the lady, and I drove her somewhere. I said, oh, good to meet you, and so we became friends on Facebook, and that's it. That's pretty much how it is, you know. Crave Cats said, hi, how you doing? So yeah, so for the most part though, that's what happened. So Gizmo's like, it was a rough night. It was a rough, you know, kind of a thing. So yeah. Okay, so, all right. Okay, so now I'm going back to what I was doing before. I had to move the car because what happened was this, right? I said to myself, I was parked in a spot that alternate side parking, right, was in effect. What I could do too, I can go back home and get back to my spot where I can like actually park the car. But I thought, let me just kind of get some stuff done. Let me go ahead and make this sculpture because I've been working on this for some time, and I'm going to turn this one into a puppet. So to have a puppet, you need puppet parts, and puppet parts require you know, some slicing and dicing there. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna chop this one into bits. But before I chop it into bits, I thought let me just go ahead and fill it up and make sure she's not completely complete, because she's not complete yet. She has a more paraphernalia I have to add, and so I got to add more details. But for the most part, though, you have to have the parts that are able to be diced up and stuff. You know. People ask me, how do I determine the size of the body? I say, well, the size of the body comes from the size of the head. That's how it is usually. So when you have a sculpture, the size of the head, you know, determines the size of the body. So you know, and that's how it is. So if it's like if it's too short, then you have to kind of increase the head size, but it's the size of the head. You know, so if you're making a guy, the head's a little bit bigger, and the size of the head is big. But if you're making a girl, it's a little bit smaller, and it's just like, you know, just about five heads. She's about 5 heads tall. Just do it quickly to make sure. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, she's about 5 heads tall. Right? So that's how it is. And then so it's just a matter of knowing how to manipulate the tape. Thank you so much for liking my stuff. I appreciate that, you know. I'm always taking requests, so if you guys want me to make something for you, let me know. Also, you know, if you want to support in any way, you can. You know, $1, $2, $5, 100, 3,000, anything to help us with our monetization. So I'm about to get my second monetization check. Praise God. It's like the first time I did one. It was like last year, and that was the first time I got my monetization check, and I was so happy for that because it took a long time to get there. So my next one's coming, so I'm really excited about that. And all the work we did this year and last year to make it to this year. So, and eventually, what I hope to do is get like a check every month, or you know, sooner than that. But who knows? See how it works out. And then in the meantime, we continue to art every day. So it's a matter of making sure that the hands are kind of fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 fingers on this side, 5 fingers on that side. So she got a really tight, small hips. So I'm gonna give her bigger hips because you know why? If you ain't got no hips, you can't walk. All right, remember that. So that, and I'm gonna give her the cool outfit. Then pretty much I'm almost nearing the completion of this one because I am so happy for that because I have some other stuff coming up. And today, but again, those of you who just joined. I'm going to be part of a Flushing Town Hall. And Flushing Town Hall, there's an art gallery. And I submitted some of my work. I made some artwork and art pieces. It's going to be there tonight. So if you look it up, Flushing Town Hall in Queens, New York, it's over in Flushing, because it's Flushing Town Hall. So what happens is that's going to be there. I'm going to be doing that tonight. You know, it's going to be doing that. So I'm really excited about that. Then we have, I'll show you some of the things that I'm working on too. There's this is actually something I'm working on. So this is something there. I'm gonna be done with this. This is gonna be like for an artist that I met, and so she does performance art. She's more of the dancer kind of person. And so what happened? She did a performance. One day I'm gonna put that picture up that she did, the video. I might do it sooner than later because it was about 4 minutes of her like just completely doing an abstract dance, which is like really cool. But for the most part though, it's like, you know, that's the thing. You can't like put that in a container, and you know, you can put it in a container and put it on the shelf unless you watch it on TV or something. You know, or maybe get a picture of some of the moves, you know. But for the most part, though, the thing I like about this here, what I do, I mean, of course, you know, I like it because if I didn't like it, I wouldn't be doing this, right? So when you meet a person, you get a chance to capture their form, right? Capture their form, capture their essence, you know. Capture their form, capture their essence. And when you take it and you turn it into a doll of their caricature, you know, of them and their similitude, you're actually making something for them that's not just a picture. It's something they'll stay on their shelf for like ever, right? So anybody who ever gets one of these sculptures from me, you have a piece that'll stay there forever. You just seriously will have a piece that'll not destroy. Even if the cat was to knock it down, even if the dog was to try and nibble on it, even if you had it on your car. Like for example, we have one Super Dodge, and we tied him to the car. We did 1,100 miles, 1,100 miles on the car. We had him tied to the antenna, and home skillet survived. He survived. And what I mean by survive, it's like he was still had his form. His arms didn't get torn off. He never got torn. Going through it, we drove from New York, from Pensacola, Florida, right? You do the math. Pensacola, Florida, right? Well, before we got to Pensacola, we started to attach him to the antenna, and it rained and it was snowing and all that stuff. And as we were doing that, he went so far. He went so far to come all the way back to New York, right? On our antenna of our previous car. And so what ended up happening was like I called him a Super Dodge because he's a Dodge Caravan, you know. We were on a caravan trip of 1,100 miles on our 3,000-mile trip to Florida and back. So this is what happened. So this is me giving some more hips to the sculpture, and this sculpture is gonna have like a jacket on, like a full like a bomber jacket or like a airplane mechanic jacket, right? I had to make that. So that's the details I'm gonna add later, and then it's gonna be like where I know just more stuff. I can't tell you all the details because it's kind of item specific, but for the most part, though, it'll be really cool. I'm almost done with this. Okay, next I have to do is I have to chop it up into bits, right? So I'm not gonna show you me chopping this up because I can't really chop it up because masking tape is really hard to cut. It really is. When you have like this, you know, when you have it like one piece, yeah, sure, it's easy to cut. But when you have like several pieces, it's quite difficult to cut. You have to like chainsaw. or buzzsaw, or saw, or some kind of saw. But anyway, for the most part, that's why I'm saying that it's not the paper mache kind of art. Right? Just so you know, you drop that sucker on the floor and it breaks. No. This is not a breaking kind of thing. This is the sucker will bend and the sucker will wave. The sucker will be like, ah, like how you doing, kind of thing, you know. And it will survive the whole, complexity of children and pets and humans and neglect and accidents, which makes it super cool. It makes it super cool, So I'm telling you, 3M, 3M, please. Anybody who knows 3M, give her a shout out to me, okay? Give a shout out to 3M. Anyway, back to talking about David Copperfield, talking about like art. Okay, talking about usually I get distracted by people by now. People start writing me stuff and they start saying things in my chat and it kind of just throw me off and I forget what I was saying and I go off a different tangent. But not today. So I'm grateful. So here goes this, right? Okay, so next up, I'm gonna make a helmet for her head. How do you make a helmet for somebody's head? Well, you gotta make a hat, right? And to make a hat, you gotta make sure the hat don't stick, right? Because, for example, here you got this, right? Here's Dilly, right? Dilly and his book bag, right? To make a book bag for somebody, you have to make it so it doesn't stick to the creature. Because what happens is that this creature here, this Dilly, hammerhead salamander. This is Dilly in humanoid dibble-collaton form, right? And here's Dilly in salamander form. Salamander, I'm a salamander. So when I went to my my parade last week, I had a Diplocaulus mask. I haven't named him yet. I still haven't named that Diplocaulus. It's just I don't know what to name him. It's like Nights, Dark Nights. I don't know. I haven't figured out his name yet. Because I mean, sometimes you have a name and you kind of get attached to stuff. And that one's actually the first time I made something that's actually with masking tape and coated with air dry foam clay. So because the thing is this, right? I had my Ratatouille. Oh, I totally forgot to show you guys this one. This one here. This is my Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jacket is my smaller version of the Murder Hornet Gremlin, and so this is Yellow Jacket. And Yellow Jacket, he's pretty cool. But this one here working. This one, let me show you. This one here. This is kind of really close. See, this one here. I was working on him on election night, and this is like how his eyes are bloodshot. My kids are like, Dad, you can put like ping pong balls in his eyes. And I'm all right. So we do that. So they got these when they went Halloween food researching. They did this, and so he went network outreach. So then here he has it where I can actually manipulate his eyeball, and I think that's so cool. Don't stick your fingers in your eyes, kids. Don't do that. Okay. Kids shouldn't watch this anyway. So, because whenever you sign a video, you got to be like, "Are kids watching this video?" And you're like, "No, kids aren't watching this video." But your kids are watching this video because kids watch it. So for the most part, though, this is how it is. He's like, he's had a rough night. Put his eyes up. That's how he feels. Like, what? What do you see? What do you see? It's up there. It's up there. What is it? What is it? It's a Murder Hornet. And actually, no, sorry, Yellow Jacket. The Yellow Jacket is the other gremlin, and so he's a smaller version of my Murder Hornet situation. Right? I have bug gremlins. Gremlins are like half bugs. It's like, hello, I am Yellow Jacket. Yes, I am indeed. Oh, you're holding me by my antennae. So that's what happens there. You have that. So he's like, ugh. He's like, I cannot believe it. See, the light is reflecting off me right there. So that's why it's kind of like you can't really see his detail when I put him down. I gotta have to angle him a little bit. And this one here, this one's Blizzard. Why is he Blizzard? Because he's blue and white. I'm gonna bring it a little bit closer for Blizzard so you can see him. Here's Blizzard. He's like, hello everyone, I am Blizzard. And so here's Blizzard. The reason why, because he's blue and white. The other one I had was Arctic 11. Arctic 11, they're buddies. But he's blue with a dark eye shadow, and he's got the eyes, and he's pretty big creature. Yep, he's got like holes in his ears. I don't know. I mean, when I was making him, I didn't know why I put holes in his ears, but it's almost like a Ratchet and Clank kind of thing, just like Ratchet and Clank. He's a Lombax. No, he looks. So he's a Greglin. He's got the 4 fingers of a Greglin. So booyah! That's what he says. So anyway, so here, this person here that I'm working on. It's like pretty much. Again, I met this person at an art situation, and they did a performative dance, and then we got talking, and they said they gave me the 360 rotation, so I can sculpt them, and I'm sculpting them from memory at this point, because I mean, like my phone that I'm talking to you on is the one that has their imagery on, but so I'm doing it from memory because for the most part though, I got captured their face and their body shape and body size. So this is what their body looks like right? And then so I have to give them their bomber jacket, which is gonna be cool. But in the meantime, I said I was gonna make a helmet. So let me just make a helmet real quick. I'm gonna show you how I make a helmet real fast. And so if you pay attention, I'm not gonna slow it down because this is not a tutorial. It's just me just talking and doing stuff. But this is how I make a helmet, right? Because remember, it's a bomber jacket. The bomber jacket have the bomber things and also the earpieces and stuff. So just to complete the one for her, this is how I make. Not me. Okay, so this is how you do this, right? So this is the thing. It's like, you know, I remember when I used to drive yellow cab. Yellow cab, I drove during the daytime. I didn't drive during night because I like my life, right? So those who drove their night, I congratulate you and I salute you. But that was not for me. I'm driving daytime. Where I did roadie. I did roadie at night. Roadie was until 5 o'clock. After 5 o'clock, you got no roadie orders. You know, maybe you had an order that you're working on from before, but after 5 o'clock, it's pretty much just kind of dead, and you're not getting anything. So roadie was an early morning thing. Like for example, if I was to drive roadie, I start doing roadie right now, but I'm not gonna do it now because what's the point of doing it? Because I know I have another job. But for the most part, one of the things I think about is like, I'm just right here. Better. Yeah, this is better. See, the thing is, like, the light is reflecting so terribly. It's totally illuminating my car. Like that right there. Yep, so you can see him as I'm there. So he goes making the hat. Right, this is how you make a hat. And so to make a hat, you have to make sure the hat does not stick to the head of the thing you're trying to make, but you have to make sure it's accurate so that it doesn't. It does stay and it does continue on. So for the most part, though. You have that, so you have this, so here this, and then so for the most part though, here's that, so this is becoming more of a hat thing, right? So because it's a bomber hat, so the bomber hat, I'm doing this from memory, okay, so from memory, a lot of stuff I do is from memory, so it's kind of like, you know, if I was to just kind of have it where, I'll close my window for a second, I got a neighbor all of a sudden who wants to just talk in my ears.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I'm reading it right now. It's really unput down. It's called Jimmy Breslin, the Man Who Told the Truth by Richard.
Okay, so here it goes. So now there's a hat almost, and then you know those who have the bomber jacket, they have the earpieces, right? They're supposed to be like the things that go underneath the ears. And so it's kind of hard to do this. I gotta take a little bite of my food. I'm so hungry. Okay, let me see. Just right here. I'm gonna let you guys look at this for a second, but like here is, see the hat now? And so you have this, and so it can come off. Do you not see how cool this is, right? So I did that in like 2 seconds, right? But the hardest part about all this is the having to turn this into something that you recognize, and that's something that you appreciate, and that's something that'll be like long lived, you know. So then here's the hat parts. I can actually put this one down for a second, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of spin this around again the other side. That way it's like you have the little flaps, you know. So in the meantime, I'm gonna like put the radio on for a second. Well, I mean, I don't put the radio on for a second. Let me just go ahead and just keep doing this. So yeah, folks in the chat, please write something that you want me to see me make in the future, because I could make, you know, I like making stuff, so I like it when people from the chat give me ideas. So please definitely write in the chat something you'd like to see me make, and nothing bad, please. Don't think of anything bad. Deviant minds. Don't have deviant minds. Have a good mind. So write something in the chat that says you'd like for me to make in the future, because I can make it right now. Matter of fact, I have to go buy some tape too. Right, so just write say hi Greg or something like that, or something like that. Okay, so anyway, so definitely just let me know what you'd like me to make. So let me go take the person back here and put him back here. So this is going to be like the hat, right? You have the hat right there, right? And let's see if I can do it this way. I think it's for yes. Okay, cool. There's that. Alright, so for the most part though, let me see, turn the camera just a little bit so you can see me better. Okay, good. There you have it, and I'm working on this creature. Let's not get the brashes first. So what happens is like, I'm telling you, there's something awesome. Like, out of all the creations of God, they say that we have the ability to make things. It's like every other creature has to take something or take from somewhere, but we can actually make things from scratch or an idea, And that in and of itself is awesome. That in and of itself is a very unique and very powerful possession of a gift to have, you know? Because you can make, like you're making movies. I think movies are like the coolest things in the world. People sit there and thousands of people come together to work on a movie, and when they get the movie done, there's like all these credits. And you know, so what we do when we watch a movie, we always give credit to the credit people who are in the credits, because I mean they took a lot of work, a lot of quality control to make things happen the way they did, you know. So for the most part though, when you have like a movie, we usually sit and watch all the credits, you know, just for the sake of credit watching, just to give respect to those who made it, because in everything it takes a lot of work, a lot of energy to make stuff. And so when you make anything and you put your life into it, you put your energy into it, it's worthy. It's a worthy, you know, worthy trek, worthy attribute, worthy situation there, you know, where you're making something and you took pieces of your life and time to do it, you know. So let's see, there's that one. And you know the thing has goggles, right? So you have like goggles on top of it. So for the most part though, when you're making stuff, you have it where it's like, you know, you have it where it's like you know, as you're making it, you're just kind of thinking about what you're making, and you're really happy to do it because, you know, you're just happy to see the outcome, you know. And this is kind of like a quick reward and very quick payoff, because you're able to see that, you know, able to see that there are some wonderful people out there, and that you're able to see that you're making something for them that no one else can make for them, you know. I mean, somebody else can make something, but it's not going to be like from you. So any one of these pieces, like, you know, when you watch like a movie from like Spielberg or something, or Tarantino, or you know, Michael Bay or something, or you watch one of those movies that are like really like a Sam Raimi movie, you know that movie is from him, right? You know, they're from him, from them. When you watch like a movie from a lady artist, or from, you know, a lady director, you know it's from them. That's from their heart, you know. And it's like, it's kind of like being able to communicate all to so many people what you intend to do, you know, what you intend to have them do. It requires so much like thought and concern and focus, because everybody has reasons, like, oh, I can't be here today because of this, I'm sick, and then they get the paycheck, and then, oh, this and that, and everybody has to go to work and sit in traffic and drive forever just to come and make your dream come true, you know. So when I look at this and I'm like, okay, you know, I make something, you know, when you get something from me, it's not garbage you're getting from me. You're getting a piece from my heart, and a single thing that I make, I put a lot of energy to the point where I say to my kids, and I say to my wife too, it's like, sometimes I make these things and I don't want to give it away, because I have so much in me in it, you know, so much of like just the focus and the mindset and just, you know, storytelling and stuff. I mean, I'm always going to remember this one when I do this one later. I'll remember I was here talking, you know, at a 7-Eleven parking lot in my car. And then all the stuff that goes around it. You have the car situation, you have the, you know, the car situation, you have the you know, the 7-Eleven and the stories there. You have you have a gizmo here with crooked eyes. You know, I'm always gonna think about these things, because it's one of those things where, you know, you're just happy to be part of something, and then part of something that not too many people do. I mean, I guess in time, a lot more people are gonna do more mass tape art. I just figured that's gonna be the case, and eventually I'll be like, you know, one of the many. But, you know, I remember when I first saw this, when Marcos Make, he made a dinosaur. He didn't know that it was going to be such a remarkable thing for me in my life. You know, he didn't know that his masking tape in between step of, you know, instead of using a wire armature, you know, he used masking tape as the armature. And incidentally, what ended up happening was that he showed me something I never thought to do before. It's like, you know, it's like that thing where somebody coughs at the wrong time and that cough becomes important. Like, he just didn't intend to do it, or maybe intend to, but it wasn't like significant. It was just kind of a passing idea. Like, and somebody says, huh, let's make some throat lozenges, or let's make a scarf or something, and then that turns into a big old business, and that's kind of what happened, you know. That's exactly what happened. It's like just a passing idea that wasn't the main important idea, you know. And then I had to learn technique and how to do it, and how to do it for me, how to do it for a mass of people, how to make it so that we can actually teach my family and my kids how to do this, how we can get into museums. It became a whole business and industry. So with that, I was just like, man, thank you, Jesus, you know. This is like, thank you so much for Marcos Makes, you know. I always give a shout out to him, and maybe one day I'll send him a piece and he could finish it for me or something, you know, because he does the thing where Marcos makes dinosaurs. If you look him up online, he makes what you call like Jurassic Park dinosaurs. He's always been making like a lot of Jurassic Park dinosaurs, and so he does the thing where he makes the Rubbosauruses too, where he makes them coated in rubber. So it's kind of like the toys. He's making like the actual toys, look like the toys from Jurassic Park. So they look like that, but each piece takes so much work to make, you know. and I look at his work. So again, shout out to Marcos Makes. And those who just joined the chat, I just want to say, give me an idea I could write. Definitely in the chat, just write something that says what you'd like for you to see me make in the future. Because what I'm doing right now, I'm just working on some of my projects. I have a couple of projects that I'm working on. This is a project that that's supposed to be done like a week or two ago, but I'm just kind of working on it because I had to do the Flushing Town Hall and I had to do the Halloween. But for the most part, though, Marcos Make didn't know that him just making a dinosaur, a Spinosaurus to be exact, with masking tape would inspire me and inspire so many other people. I met other people. There's a person on Instagram. His name is Frilled Shark, right? And he also learned from Marcos how to make stuff. So he does his, and then he covers it up with clay as well. So he does it almost like Marcos does, but instead of making dinosaurs, he makes like fish and sea creatures and stuff, and birds. So I do the animals too. I can make the animals as well. But I enjoy making like the people and the pets and the insects, you know? Like, for example, my favorites are like the lizards, like making lizards and stuff. Like, here's like a lizard. And here's like, I like making gremlins. Gremlins are one of my favorites to make. Here's like Gizmo and his eyes are. My kids are like, Dad, put ping pong balls. So I see like that, his eyes, got the ping pong balls inside of his eyes. So that's like, they went trick-or-treating, they went to Halloween getting candy. And what ended up happening was like, you know, there you had it where it's like, it's like, zombie. So yeah. So I just was like, man, this is so cool. I gotta do something with this. So then when I was watching the election, I just was making all these funny faces with it. I just cracking myself up. I was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I've been waiting so long for the results. I've been waiting so long. So I was waiting like 8 hours for the results, and it was just one of those crazy times. Again, if you definitely in the chat, just write something about, like, you know, I'm trying to be too pushy, but definitely if you want to write something in the chat, say what I could make in the future, I would really enjoy that. So I'm gonna put it back here with his cricket eyes, and then also here's. So I'm a gremlin person. I enjoy gremlins. And now see the movies. The movies are not really that long, because when you think about the movies, are like one night. It's like one night. One night was the movies for both of them, right? The one day for, actually 2 days for the second movie, but it was just one night, a couple days for the first movie. But one night when the gremlins came to power, and then after the gremlins were gone. So okay, so I'm making some lenses here. Gonna make a lens. And to make a lens, you just have to have the basics of it. You can actually do a ton of stuff to it. And he's got. So yeah, so this right here. Oh, and you see the green rings I have? I made these in Blender, right? So those are the copper ring. This ring I got at Home Depot. There was a piece of pipe on the floor. I turned it into a ring. See that? The silver one is my daughter. She bought me one. My daughter bought me this ring, and it spins. I've had it for so many years. This one here, these are tires. Like I made them, like in Blender. I made tires, like little rings or tires out of the FML filament. So anyway, so there's that. This one's the same thing too. So these are, I used to have the one I made with glue gun. I made a mold and made a glue gun, but I don't wear it anymore because it gets kind of dirty with the glue gun. Glue gun kind of adheres and everything. This is my wedding ring. My wedding ring. Married for 22 years, baby. 22 years to an awesome woman who allows me to do all this cool art stuff. You know. Matter of fact, I should start heading back home because I need to be home in the vicinity. I got to do my other stuff too. I was gonna get a coffee. You know, I was gonna get a coffee, but like, so what happens is this, right? I am just in the process of just kind of making this thing here. I'm gonna just kind of put this together. You see, this is the front, this is the back, this is the helmet, right? Like this, and that bomber helmet. Then I'm gonna put this is gonna be the glasses on top, right? Because the glasses on the bomber helmet is gonna be like this on top. It's like a bonnet. But no, I'm gonna make it better. The glasses are better. If not, I'm gonna probably use it with different types of tape. I'll probably use clear tape, because clear tape, and we'll just, you know, the packaging tape to make the glasses better. So I'll use it as a reference point. The glasses are always fun for me to make. I usually sometimes make them out of wire, because, you know, you just want to have the stark contrast of it. I think that's so cool. I think that's really cool. So for the most part, though, this is the way you have that. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go drive. I'm not gonna get a coffee. I can make a coffee at home. I need to eat a little bit of something, so I'm gonna leave him here. So definitely, I'm gonna have him here. I'm gonna eat a little bit of something, because this is my cereal. I had cereal for breakfast, and I just haven't eaten it yet, so I'm just turning it into mush. rinse out my teeth a little bit. All right, so folks, let's go drive. All right, let's go for a nice drive, shall we? I gotta get back home. So we're gonna go.
Greetings at 10 o'clock. Good morning. I'm Larry Mincy. President Biden is set to address the country, breaking his silence following the election of Donald Trump. Biden has already spoken with Trump, who is busy with his transition team at Mar-a-Lago.
Trump's team preparing detailed presentations to go over top cabinet candidates. And now on the horizon, a meeting at the White House with his former rival. President Biden calling Trump to congratulate him on Wednesday.
Get away
The
from
White
me.
House saying Biden pledged a smooth transition and emphasized the importance of working to bring the country together.
Correspondent Rachel Scott. Trump has been talking with his team about the first things he should do in his new administration. Sources tell ABC News that among his first actions, Trump plans to fire FBI Director Chris Wray.
Oh, wow.
Trump also made it clear he will fire Special Counsel Jack Smith, who brought those 44 charges against him. The Special Counsel, however, will probably be gone before Trump is sworn in.
Wow.
Sources tell ABC News Smith is in active talks with DOJ leadership about ending both his cases. Correspondent Jonathan Carl. The election of Trump is causing Governor Hochul to hit the gas on congestion pricing. She wants it in place before the end of the year.
Oh no!
Trump has indicated he'd kill the project as soon as he got into office. In June, Hochul paused the program that was expected to bring in...
Yeah, these people are crazy. Congestion pricing, huh?
Some of the projects that have been put on hold as a result of the pause are expanding the 2nd Avenue subway, modernization projects, and adding elevators to stations to make the subway more accessible for people with disabilities.
Well, I mean, that was trouble, let me tell you.
A controversial plea deal that would have spared 9/11 mastermind Khalid Sheikh Mohammed the death penalty is back on. It will move.
Okay, so yeah, we can talk about that, but I was trying to get myself back home. Okay, so this is the situation. I'm gonna try and get back home quick. I might need some more tape. I'm running low on tape. I'm not in my last roll. I think I might need some tape. I might actually have to let it go through. I might have to get some more tape actually. Yeah, I'll have to go get some tape. So you're gonna go out with me to get some tape because I'm running low on my tape supply. This is like my last roll of tape right here. See? This is my last roll. My last roll of tape. And so with that, I gotta go to Home Depot and get some more. Gonna take you on a trek with me. That's how we do it. How we do it. So I was gonna go home, but now I gotta go to Home Depot's. Alright, let's go. Let's do this. It's 2, 1, 2, 3. I should have taken a left right there. Alright, let's go. See, that happens when you hit a bump. This is the anti-lock brake system. Gauges. I gotta take some of the money and buy some tape. So I'm going to go to Home Depot and go buy some tape pictures. Alright, so I have a couple of big assignments coming up, and I'm gonna take you with me. This is like pretty cool. You know, I was just like thinking about how much work it takes to do something like an election, but you hear that? Yeah, they're gonna try and do congestion pricing in place. I mean, like, why would that? Why they gonna? You know, I mean, how do you make somebody really crazy? I mean, like, why? The reason you stopped it is because of the whole thing on the pandemic. But then now when people are just gonna start getting money again, they're gonna put it back in place. I'm telling you, man, some people are just politics are crazy. Anyway, so that's why I make tape art. Because tape art is not politics. That's what I do. So this is what I was doing before. This is where I was at, right, with this. Oh, I mean, like. I want to thank everybody who joined me on today's video. It's been one of those things where, like, I just been just talking. Trying to talk too much about the election stuff and all that. I have other videos for that. But this one here, I just wanted to do some art stuff, you know, and just art and chat and stuff. I was actually gonna do some drawing too because I like drawing, and so I did some artwork drawing that I've been working on. I gotta go. Which way to go? I want to go right. Let's go right. Probably should have gone left, but all right, because like, fine. Anything else? Any food for Barb? We have a pet bearded dragon. Her name is Barb, and she's a bearded dragon. Oh, take a look here. Take a look here. Oh goodness. Okay. By the school for the deaf. There's a school for the deaf here, right? And it's like pretty much how I found out we learned about Braille, and not this one. Yeah, I think this one. We learned about Braille, and I learned about sign language here at the school. They had like a performance, and I remember my school teacher took us here, and it was one of those things. Cause, you know, one thing that I liked about it was school, because my wife and I, we homeschool our kids, right? I usually have them with me when we do stuff, but today it's like pretty much it was just like I'm gonna move the car and go do a couple errands to get this stuff done, and just kind of be pretty chill today, you know, because I have so much stuff to do. And then I have to go back to work soon, but I have an art gallery tonight, so I just gotta make sure I don't run into any cars. There. Okay, I'm gonna take it. Okay, these people going in. This is my old job. I used to work here. There's a place you can't really see it because I'm, you know, the camera's on me, but there's a place I used to work right over there, and it was my old job. Here's a bump. After that was I liked working here. It was when I worked at Allstate. I used to work for Allstate. I worked at Allstate Insurance Company. When I started, I was doing what do you call that thing? That temp work. I did temp work. I did a lot of temp work. It was like once I learned about the whole temp working thing, I was really happy to do it, you know, and just like pretty much just so well done. Thank you. So these are all the workers that are waiting outside the Home Depot for work to do. They're doing some kind of work here to kind of fix this up. This is another Home Depot that pretty much is not too far from my house, but it's like pretty much I would have worked here, you know. I would have worked here had given the opportunity. I just think about it every so often. Because I like Home Depot. I still do, even though they were jerks to me during the pandemic. I really enjoyed working at Home Depot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you with me. We're going to go buy some tape, because, you know, you have to buy your supplies. And I got to look and see which account I'm going to use. I might just use my other account. Far away is the bluebird. Here to stay is the bluebird. Okay, so there it goes. And that's right there, up there. Some parked. Good. Parking this sucker. Let's go. Off. Okay, now which creature should I bring with me on this trip? I can bring a person. And put my. See the thing? I had this right here. If I forget this, I'm in a world of trouble. Okay. If I forget that, there's only one key. You know, I have for this. Let's go for a walk. Probably not gonna bring anything with me because I'm gonna bring him. Why? Because he never gets to go anywhere, so I'll bring him as my buddy today. All right, so let's go. In the manner we can build a snowman and pretend that he's Farmer Brown. He'll say, "Are you married?" He'll say, "No, ma'am. But you can do the job when you're in town." You know, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? Okay, so anyway, alright, so talking about work, talking about the snowman, I don't even know. Alright, so let's go do this. I'm not gonna look at. You can do the job when you're in town. So I gotta figure out which one I'm gonna use. We use the PayPal. I might just use the. Yeah, I might just use from the My Cash App. Use the Cash App one. Yeah, use Cash App and buy a 6-pack roll. Put the camera in so you don't have to look at me the whole time. So here we go. It's Home Depot. Say Home Depot. We walk into Home Depot. Oh, goodness. I mean, did you hit by the door? Because it look at one. Blap, right into you. Okay, cool. Here it goes. Okay, cool.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Hey, brother. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing a live video right now.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm still making my stuff. Still making my art. It's like so this one's like a yellow jacket.
Yeah.
So I'm doing like a live YouTube right now. I'm gonna buy some more tape, you know?
All right.
Oh, wow. So how you been? You doing all right?
Same thing, same old thing.
Good to see
Nice
you.
to see you.
Good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. I'm gonna go buy some more tape. It's one of my managers when I used to work. So whenever you see them, you always gotta say hi. So let's see. There's that. I'm gonna get some tape. I wonder if there's anything else I need. I'm gonna probably ask Ames if you need anything. Sorry, let me cut for me. So here it is. Here's my tape. So here's this. Let's see. This is a roll of tape. Boom. This is the price. That's how it is. Yep. That's how it is. Rolls of tape. Boom. Yep. Let's see. So. That's how we do it. To go and buy this time and go get on the check online and consider how much it is that I need to go. Still good to see him. Wow. This is the best time of the year. Look at this. This is pretty cool. Try to get an LED light. I don't know. It's pretty cool. I want to ask him so many questions, but I'm live right now, so I just gotta keep to that. So, all right. So I have the tape. Tape, roll of tape. This roll of tape is worth lots and lots of money. This is worth like several, like hundreds of dollars right here for this roll of tape, because you're taking something that's simple, and making it more complex.
So,
I'll show you the cool plants right here. The cool plants. Kind of a touch of cool. See, I like this song. See, I need to buy a couple of these things. One of the things I need to get is a hacksaw. I need to get one of the hacksaw. That's what I need to get. Oh, all the Halloween stuff is gone. All the Halloween stuff is gone now, you know. All right, well, let me just go ahead and just... See, this is one here. This is the one I'm looking at. This is the Halloween stuff. I want to get one of these. I'm going to purchase one of these. And, yeah, I already have one of these. I have one of those. I have one of these. Angle grinder, baby. Angle grinder. Look at how beautiful the angle grinder is. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. The vacuum. Gotta get one of these too. All right, so cool. So okay, so let me go and buy this thing here. Let's see. Okay, thank you. Look cool. See, I stick to Ryobi. Ryobi is like my favorite type of brand. It's the one I have because it's like I have the changeable battery. So all the different tools I have, changeable batteries and stuff like that. So I really enjoy it. See, I'm mechanical, right? I'm not just artistic. I'm mechanical. I'm more like technical. That's why gremlins are my thing, because gremlins they're not fanciful. They're not fantasy creatures. They are actually like mechanical. We talked about airplanes, airplane malfunction, all that stuff. Compact tool. I have one of these. One of these is good. So I have this one. I have this one, right? I don't have this one, at least not yet. This is the one I want to get one of these, and an angle grinder in the future, because I have angle grinder dreams, hopes and dreams to do. I have I think of this one. Well, this one, like one of these between these two. I have one of those, and I just absolutely love just love this. Anyway, so let me go and pay for this thing. Right, so. Register for.
You ready to pay?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah. Oh. Alright, cool beans. Just need a roll of tape. So I'm doing good. How are you today? I do masking tape artwork, so I turn this into this. And then you can hold it. It's so cool. Yeah, he's like a gremlin, and he bends, and he's not fragile. He's very, very robust. You can do all kinds. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on Instagram.
Are you?
Yes, on Instagram. One Life Must Art.
One Life Must Art?
One Life Must Art.
I'm gonna follow you. Do you sell them?
Yes, I do commission work and commission pieces.
Okay.
Like for example, here's like One Life Must Art.
I'm gonna follow you.
Cool. So then,
Oh, this is fun. I like this.
thank you so much.
What else have you done?
Oh, we pets. People ask to make pets, dogs, cats, lizards, make people. And so I do make people portraits. I also make yeah. I'm doing a live YouTube video right now, but it's on me. It's on me. See, it's on me right here. So I'm just doing a live YouTube video and just kind of as I make stuff. So
That's good.
27.
27.55. I'm definitely gonna look into this. This is really nice. This is really artistic, creative.
Thanks so much. I mean, I have more in the car. Actually, I have a ton, but then if you look on Instagram, you'll see them. So I'll show you on my Instagram, but
And you don't put nothing in it. Like
nothing but
wire,
masking tape.
nothing. This is so cool. Because it can never like break.
You can't break, and if it breaks or if it gets damaged, masking tape.
Right, exactly. Oh, that's so cool. I'm gonna follow you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My son will like this.
Oh, if you want to, I can. My phone. I'll put it here. I have my scanner. My scanner is on my thing. And this is my scanner. So like masking tape, sculpture, and art. If you want to take a picture of that with your phone, that way you can. This is my airport badge. But it's like the One Life Must Art. And if you scan it, you can scan. This goes to the Instagram itself.
Yeah.
And now it's.
I'm gonna
If you want to take a
do it
picture
right now.
you can do it right now. Okay. Oh yeah. I know.
One Life Must Art. I got
Yeah.
you. Yes,
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna definitely look into that.
So I got more tape. All right, cool. So let me put this back because this is my airport badge.
What are you gonna make now?
Well, I'm working on a puppet. There's a puppet right now. Someone asked me to make them into a puppet, so that I have them as the. Well, I asked them to give me like a 3D those rotation thing, and then so I'm able to sculpt them from that and make them as a puppet. So I'm in the process of doing that in the car. So I was working on it this morning, and then tonight I'm in the Flushing Town Hall. Flushing Town Hall, we are going to be doing like a gallery. So we do galleries. So also we teach. So I teach people how to do. So I show kids and then adults how to make art pieces, so they're able to sculpt and how to do things like this.
That was something that I would do when I was young.
I love it because because the thing is this, right? There was a guy, he was making dinosaurs. His name was Marcos Makes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what he did was that instead of using the wire and then he put clay, he used the masking tape. Then he put epoxy clay on it, right? And he made all these dinosaurs. And I was watching him like, masking tape, and that was kind of like it for me. So I asked my wife, I said, "Can you go get me some tape?" And she went and got me some tape, and that's how it started. So I started making this. I used to work at Home Depot too. I used to work at Home Depot when in Flushing, and I would ask my coworkers, "Give me an idea, give me an idea." I said, "Can you make a chipmunk?" Can you make a dragon? I'm like, yeah. Can you make a, they have all these different questions they ask me, and I would go there and I'd make stuff. So, okay, can you make Avatar? Can you make the dragon thing from Avatar? Riding on the back of it. I was like,
Avatar's fire. Yeah, that's cool.
So I started just making stuff, maybe gremlins and things, and anyway, so that's. Thank you so much. All right, have a good day. And so definitely follow you. One Life Must Art. Take care now. God bless you. That's how we do it. For those of you who saw me do that, that was cool. I got a chance to actually do what I do. I bought my tape. My battery's running low, so got my tape. So that's I might have enough money. I gotta go check it and see, make sure I have enough. All right. So that was $25. And then so with that, we have another sculpture coming up. And then we have more art, more work, which is really cool. And walking through the parking lot. I guess I'm going to switch it over the other way. Yeah, that parking lot. And I used to do this. This is my thing. I would have to like move all the stuff and have to just like, was a shopping cart person for a long time. And then it was like they moved me in and I became a garden person. And then after that, they moved me into I was an inventory person. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Here's my car. Walking back to my car with my new. I'll just roll the tape. So the tape is gold in my house. Okay, this is worth a lot in my house, and it's worth a lot when I make stuff with people too. So here am I walking back to the key. So unlock. All right, that door's open. Back to my car. So you actually went on a full tour with me. That was so cool. You actually did that. You actually went and saw me in my element, being a real person, talking to real people about real stuff, and I got a chance to advertise my business. So, wow. Because now I'm gonna go back home and let me put the feet back on the ground. I gotta see my old bosses. That was cool. I'm gonna put this down and land this. Put this there. Lander. Of course, there's gonna be something in the way of the landing. Okay, there. Boom, put you here. There. Put you there. Okay. Rotate you here. Rotate you back to me. And I'm back. Okay, so what happens is this, right? I was able to go and accomplish the goal. Goal being that of getting my stuff for masking tape. I was able to get another masking tape roll. So this is a tape roll. I need this because I have some big stuff coming up. So this is the roll of tape I use. Turn this, my friends, into gold. This is gold. Okay, so I still get it at Home Depot. Yep. Is that cool? Still go to Home Depot so that people know me. And it's a nice day today. Oh my goodness, people. I just want to go to the beach. Just hang it on and go to the beach, you know? Alright, so here we go. Let's get going. Let's get going. I can't believe I want to do congestion pricing. How dare they? Don't they understand what that means? Alright, plug in the phone. It's cool thing about having this tripod. This tripod is great. You can plug in your phone and have the terminals clear.
Watch them talk about this new candidate, Donald Trump. They kind of liked that he was running. They thought it was cute. And watch how wrong they were about his campaign. Watch how wrong they got it. Hey, also, I don't know if you read about this.
Okay, so my friends, I am going to start driving home, and when I get to drive home, I'm just gonna try to not. Oh no! Oh goodness, I have to low battery. Oh goodness, I might have lost my. Okay, I might have to turn off my headphones because the headphones, it connects to two devices, but I gotta turn off my Bluetooth for a second there. All right, I'm gonna turn off my Bluetooth. That way I can actually drive. This window. The window is so weird. I tried to fix this thing, and it's supposed to have been fixed, but it just has a weird thing about it. So okay, so I have to turn off that. So now I'm gonna drive home. Let's go. Let's do this. Out we go. Okay, now. You did this. This is a one-way street. This is two-way traffic. Person walking on the street. Alright, here we go. Okay, so folks, this is what happens, right? I'm now beginning to wonder if you guys even heard me the whole time. Oh, maybe when I turned the car on, you guys couldn't hear me. I don't know. But here we go. Let's do this. All right, let's go. right, so pretty much this is it. So definitely, I'm gonna be driving home now, and when I get home and I find parking, I'm gonna end the video because it's like I've been talking for about an hour and 45 minutes, which getting it. That was so crazy. All right, I didn't see the second move. Kind of caught me off guard there. It really did. So, yes. I'm a student driver. Not me. No. Okay. Okay, so I got masking tape, right? And I use that card information, that one works. Yeah, okay, so then I just gotta, okay, so pretty much this is where we're at. The vibration of the vehicle. You see that, right? Oh, Nelly. You see this? It's gonna be fun. That's right. Yep, you saw that. I hope you saw that. That was crazy, right? Good person walking right here. Just hoping I'm paying attention. Walking across the street. Silly goose. Alright, so yes. So yeah, so this is kind of our scenario. This is what I've been up to all day. It's been doing a couple of errands and stuff, just getting some stuff done. Yeah, put it back to me, put it down to them, show it back to him. See, my grandmas aren't afraid of daylight. No, they're not. Yeah, she liked the daylight. Cool to go to the park, actually. Just sit in the park and make stuff. But I ain't got time at 10:28. I'm gonna go home and probably do a body paint or something. I gotta get a shower in there. I gotta get some good parking. Hopefully get good parking, you know. My neighborhood's crazy. At first it was great, now it's like it's all crazy. All the neighbors just park funny. Not funny, they park on purpose to take two spots. And I don't know what to do. I have a car too, you know what I mean? I gotta park like a million miles away. But that's me complaining. So nobody wants to hear me complain. Alright, so I'm gonna see you get back to the house. I'm gonna take it right here. Skip the whole of going that way. This way. Okay, so folks, this is what I'm doing, right? I'm actually driving back home. And skip all the crazy traffic and go back to the avenue that I like to drive on, because that's the avenue that I take all the way back to my house. When I do that, that'll actually help me get to where I need to go to. I can find some good parking and be good. Mom. Kind of car. This car really is. It's like, you know, I must admit, this is a car that I didn't expect to like. And I mean, because I mean, you're driving the same car for like, you know, 13 plus 6 years for 19 years, driving the same type of vehicle. And you get the next version up, which is like, this car is still 14 years old. It's like, you know, it's just something. You know, I have one car for 13 years. We got that one like 56,000 miles, the first car. The next car we got was at 130, 35. Yeah, we drove that car. We took that car everywhere with it. This one's like, I have this feeling, right, about stuff in general. that all things being equal, there's this thing where if you own something, it takes on your characteristics. It's like your pet. If you have a pet, or you have your computers, or your drawings, anything that you own becomes you, or becomes like you. It's like it has your imprint, your digital imprint, or your actual imprint. Forget your digital imprint. But it's like you have it where it connects to you, and then you are actually, it works with you. Like for example, when I make my creatures, right? When I make them, what happens is that they are extensions of me by creation, right? But for the most part, that what ends up happening is, if it's made for you, it becomes an extension of you by creation. Then whatever it becomes your thing over time. That's why it's like whenever I make something for somebody, I have to give it to them as soon as possible, and kind of sign off on it, because it's no longer mine; it's becoming theirs, you know. And so that's one of those things where it's like, you know, as I'm learning these things about how, and it's almost like a transfer of power, or by possessive use, it becomes yours. You know what? It's like the room. Like somebody said this in Firefly. He says, "Is this your room? If you're not in the room, is it still your room?" You know. I guess it's your room by possession, but it could belong to somebody else. So, for example, if you live in another house, or you move somewhere else, and you like that's your address for a time, and then you move to another location, that new location becomes a new you, and your old location is still you. It still has tons and tons and tons of you, who you are, in it. So I don't know. It's one of those things. See the vibration? Do you see the vibrations? This is the vibrations of it all, right? The slight vibrations of the car. I think the water is reverberating the shake of the car. And so what I'll do, I'll probably like go back to my headphones once I park the car in a good spot. So I have tonight, when it was 10:32, we have to get up and go. Amos and I gotta take our son to the doctor visit today, and that's around 6 o'clock. I have another appointment, so I probably should get ready for that. I have 2 hours between now and 12. Go home, take a nice shower, finish up this sculpture. The sculpture's almost done. I'm almost complete with the sculpture, believe it or not. I'm really excited by the fact I'm almost done with it, because to me it means a lot. I mean, that's one less thing I have to do in the future. And this vibration is crazy. Maybe it's you have to position it maybe right there. So you're looking at 1 hour and 48 minutes, almost a 2-hour video. Watch a 2-hour movie. See the shaking and vibration? I'm so sorry about that. We had a dampening situation. It just shakes. It's the engine. Shake up the engine. Alright, so almost there. Alright, I'll be home soon. When I get near my house, I'm gonna park the car. And I can spend a little more time with you guys, because I just have to get these things completed. I needed more tape. That more tape. All I need is you. Okay, now there's a spot here. The spot is where I initially parked. Let's see if I can find it. A spot closer. I hope to find a spot closer, man. I don't want to be all the way down the block. There's a nice spot right here. Oh, it's even a perfect spot right here. Maybe I'll park right here. Yep, I think I will park right here. Okay, and again, I'm in the sun. I guess the sun's gonna be out all day, right? I can do this all day. See, when people drive, right, they don't turn their head over their shoulder when they're reversing. They say if you want to pass driving school, right, you turn your head while you're driving. You know, you're doing a reversal so you can see. Don't use your mirrors, okay? Your mirrors are there for stuff, but you need to have your whole range of view. There's a lot of blind spots in mirrors, so just remember that in the future. When you want to pass your driving test here in New York City, the secret is to turn your head. Okay, so. Alright. Let me turn this thing off. Alright, folks. I'm back. I actually be able to park not too far from my house. let's see, how much time is it? What is it? 1 hour, 50 minutes. I'll take 10 more minutes, okay? Just 10 more minutes on this, and then after that, I'm going to call it quits and go home, because what happens is this: there's much to be done at home and much to be getting ready for. I have a big event tonight, got major things coming up. So I'm gonna take the tape. I'm gonna keep on working on this thing here. I'm gonna work this while you guys are watching me, okay? So with that, please write me something. Say something in the chat. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Right? Let me know what you're thinking so I can actually kind of respond back to your thinking. That way I can go ahead and make some more art stuff and things like that. The person that I'm making, they also had a big red scarf. Let's see. I gotta just have this real quick. Let me just open my windows for a little bit. I can run into a ton of neighbors. You know how it is. You know how it is. You know how it is. Okay, so here's that. The radio system is much better here in this car than it was in the other one. Well, I mean, the other one was more surround and more painful for the kids. The kids were like, "Oh my head," you know, when it rang. So this is here. I'm gonna make this way. I made Lita Battle Angel, and when I made her, I gave her the motorball galley, outfit, the purple one, and that was cool. That was such a cool thing because I have it to this day, and that was one of the first things I made when I started making the masking tape art. And so I just tell you, this is good stuff. So here, she just has like I'm gonna have a helmet on. She's gonna have her helmet. She's got her ears, got her face. Right, got that there. Next one is gonna be, she has like a bomber jacket. And the bomber jacket, it works completely. So I'm gonna just kind of get this. There's more details I gotta put to this that I'm not able to complete on camera because I only give myself another 10 minutes. But for the most part, though, that's kind of the thing there. Let me see if I can turn the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth back on, so I can get a better, clearer sound for you guys. You know, I'll turn that back on. I'm gonna turn this car off, right? And then I'm gonna go turn on my headphones. Right? There's no headphones. The significance of the passage of time. All right. The significance of the passage of time. Okay, so cool. So now my volume's gonna be back. Alright, so here we go. I'm still in the sun, still working on stuff. Let's see, put this here. I can see him. Probably put him in the shade. Probably prefer to be in the shade. How about this in there? Put him in the shade. See, the thing is the sun. No. No. Nope. I'm in the sun again. It's just the way it is. Okay, so with that, got the parking right here on the Thursday side. And I'm good for that. So folks, tell me something. Just in the chat to say hi or something. Let me know what you're thinking. And pretty much I can respond back to that because I only have a few more minutes. I'm going to give them 7 more minutes here. And after that, I'm going to call it quits for the day. The next thing I'll be doing is probably my evening sculpting chat, which I'm going to do. Well, actually, no, I'll be at the gallery. So I'll be able to talk to you for a little bit at the gallery. So I'll probably bring you guys to the gallery tonight and see how that goes. I'm really excited about tonight's art event, and I am excited about just any art event that I have. And so this is pretty cool for me because I get a chance to meet people and to do networking, and that's great. That's great for me. So I'm happy for that. So yes, always trying to meet new people to do more art stuff with, so I can do more art things with, so I can meet new people. So that possibly becomes more commission work. I can make more art stuff. That I can make meet more people. Because my hope at one point is to get into one of the major big galleries, to get into like the Folk Art Museum, and also get into the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I would love to have an opportunity to get there. That'd be cool. I'm not gonna sell everything I have to get there. I mean, it's like, I like the idea and I think it's great, but it's like thing is, if I have to sacrifice my family just to get there, no, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to just take my family with me so we all go together. So all of us artists can go there. So my kids, they have their skills and their artwork. And we're always honing on and working on making better the stuff that we do, So this is something there, It's gonna. So, okay, so here's the hat, right? She also has a scarf. So she has like a scarf to go with it. Looks like a traveler scarf. So I'm gonna do more details on that. There was one I made. One of the first couple of sculptures that I made that was really cool was a friend of mine, and she did this thing called domesticity, this thing with the art, like she did this art thing. I called I forget what it was, but she had this thing where she was like a she had a chainsaw for a hand, like Ash, like evil Ash, or Ash from Evil Dead, you know. So she had like a chainsaw, and the chainsaw was like, well, you guys seriously can't see this. It's like it's all blown out with the light. And there's too much sun. Let me see this something a little bit. So there's like that bomber jacket and lenses, and then the jacket has to open up, so it has a thing where you can open and close. Right, so like that. So it's just this right here. Wow. So there's a scarf, right? And the scarf goes around the neck because it's a bomber jacket type thing, right? And like this, it comes like this, right? And this is like how it was. I gotta just fine tune something. This is here. This goes on the head, right? And this is like almost how it is. You cannot see because of the lights. Let me see. Let me move over here. Sorry about this, y'all. All right, I'm gonna take the tripod thing and move it closer so you can see a little bit better. So here's like this. Woo! So here's this one. It's like this. I gotta reinforce her neck a little bit, so I'm gonna have to do that. But here's like the jacket part. The jacket part goes like this, and it goes like the. I got 3 more minutes. Okay. This is here. Like that. You gotta go and give her more details, because I always look like the picture. I draw a picture for a placeholder, and then from there I go ahead and finish up the rest. But I gotta make her outfit. That it's like the part of her outfit, her jumper suit, has a thing where it opens and closes, and not to mention her boots. She wants the boots too. So I will make these things at 3 more minutes. At 2 more minutes, and so let me just fix her arm real quick right here. Yeah, I did put the camera really close to me because what happens is the sunlight's really kind of pouring in. And here's like a Gizmo. Gizmo with his messed up eyes. I just love this. I can watch this all day. He's like, yeah. The coffee was too rich. The night was too long. The coffee didn't do it. Hey. So anyway, so pretty much I got down to the last 2 minutes, and I just wanted to say thank you all for watching my art today. I may do various errands and stuff, you know. So it's like, yeah, this is a possibility. This is gonna be almost complete. I can't wait to see what it's like when it's done. This is gonna be cool. This is pre-painted, pre-sealed, pre-everything, and what's gonna be is gonna be done soon. So yeah, it's gonna be cool beans. Cool beans. Yeah. Cool beans. Alright, so with that, let me go ahead and just kind of call it quits for the day. I want to thank you all so much for watching my shows today. This has been a really good adventure for me. You saw me do a couple errands, saw me move the car for all inside parking. You saw me go buy some more masking tape, and now you see me working on a sculpture. Last thing I want you guys to see is this guy here with his crooked and messed up eyes. I could actually change his eyeballs, so that way it doesn't stay forever messed up. Because, you know, I can't with the messed up eyeball stuff, you know. It's one of those things I have to have it just right. So even though his eyes are kind of like all bloodshot, here it is, back to normal. I want to thank you again for watching my show today and watching my presentation. I know there's a million other things you could be watching, but I would say thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. I have more coming later tonight. So God bless you. Peace. Have a good day. Take care now. All right, bye.